Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another day of Be Agile Scrum. Let's get started with the continuation of the business analysis. We recently transitioned and completed 2 days of training for business analysis, and will continue until it ends, and we'll transition back to Agile and Scrum. All right. So yesterday we did, we learned about DDDM. Do you all remember that? And before that, can you all hear my voice? Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
thank you. Thank you so much for your confirmation. Anyone here for the first time joining in this class? It is your day one. Forget the
Yes.
record. Okay, yes,
Yes.
Anisha,
Yes, sir.
Rashmi. Who else? Anisha, Rashmi. Anyone else? Ketki, is it your day one? Are you attending live session for first time? Okay. Ketki, you are not audible. Just check if any problem with the mic or something. Okay, if she is not audible, she can't hear, then she won't. So, anyways, so Anisha and who else was there? Anisha and can you?
Rashmi.
Okay, can you both raise your virtual hand here on Zoom? And let's start with Rashmi. Kindly introduce yourself quickly, your name, from where you're joining in, your educational background, and any work experience at all if you have.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Uh, Hi, sir. This is Rashmi, and I'm residing in New Jersey for 9+ years. I have worked for banking industry for more than 7 years, specialized in banking operations. And now I'm looking for a career transition into IT industry. Although I'm a new to this terminology, but ready to learn and inculcate this new rules and regulations of this industry. So for past few years, I wanted to acquire some knowledge of this BA and anything means I was not aware. But now since I got to know to how to enroll with the Guru School, I come across this information. So I quickly enrolled, and so I'm here.
Okay, awesome. Great to know about it, Rashmi. Welcome to Guru Schools. Let's
Thank you, sir.
hear from Anisha. Anisha, over to you. That's your day one. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Gaurav, and
Hi.
hi, team. It's Anisha Gupta, and I'm belong to same from the New Jersey. And my background from my educations, I am a master's in the computer. But it's a lot of gap of due to my family and some reasons. Now I'm come back in my IT career.
Okay, you have already come back, or means you're planning to get in?
Yeah, I have to. I planning to come back.
Okay, awesome, Anisha. Welcome to Guru Schools to you too as well. Anyone other than Anisha and yeah, other than Anisha, who is your day one?
Yeah, it's yeah, okay.
Yeah, other than you. Who else?
Yeah. Um, Gaurav, hi, this is Prasad Iyengar.
Okay, Prasad,
Uh,
you could not introduce yourself yesterday? Yeah, okay.
no,
Oh, okay,
no, I
okay.
joined yesterday was my first day, what do you think, right?
Okay, so kindly introduce yourself, your name, from where you're connecting, your educational background, and if at all you have any work experience, Prasad. So over to you.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Gaurav and others, my name is Prasad Iyengar. I'm based out of Dallas, Texas. Education, I'm a BE Mechanical, MBA Human Resources. I've
Mhm.
been in recruiting field for probably about 20 plus years. Uh, I think I spoke to somebody in Guru Schools to check if I will be able to make a transition to IT, and they said I can. So I'm just giving it a shot. I've just enrolled for Scrum and BA for now. And probably I'm thinking I'll also do. I've done program management. I've managed multinational teams. From that perspective, I'm thinking probably that can be a better career for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll probably connect with you one-on-one separately whenever we have some time.
Okay, welcome, Prasad. Welcome to Guru Schools. Anyone other than Prasad and Anisha, it's your day one? Anyone else other than Prasad?
Hi, I'm Isha.
Yeah, Isha.
Hi, this is my first day as well.
Okay, could you please introduce yourself too, Isha?
Sure. Yeah, I am totally new to the IT field. I'm making this transition from education field. The biggest reason is the flexibility to work from home and to be around kids. And also, I've been always intrigued about the IT field, so I think this is a good time I make the switch.
Awesome, awesome. Your educational background and your any work experience, how long, if at
So
all?
my educational background is all from India. I did my hotel management back in the day, very diverse workspace, and then from past 1 decade, I have been director of Montessori schools here in Bay Area. I manage at the moment 4 schools.
All right, got it. Icha, welcome to Guru Schools.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, so welcome to Icha, Anisha, Rashmi, and Prasad. Anyone else other than these four? Okay, if not, let's get started. So I believe all of you could hear the last two recording. Did you all hear that? So Prasad was live yesterday, so he might have heard the previous recording. Anyone else? Did you?
A little bit.
Okay,
A
little
little
bit.
bit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in case you would have learned that, you will have got the idea and connection to continue today. So in case you have missed that, so kindly make sure that you listen to those recordings. And in case you are not getting it, so get in touch with your HR, ask for, could you provide me last two recording? If you could not find it through me, so or immediately after the session, if you want, just connect with your HR and get it from her. So they will have the access, they haven't shared those. All right, so let's get started with a quick reminder as a means every time we are going to meet, we start with this reminder sets up our context where we are getting in. So before we get started with the reminder, I will also touch base and restart with the structure of this entire session, and that will be helpful. Entire batch, in fact, but which will be helpful. You all know that this track is a combo track, be agile scrum. It means we agile scrum is a delivery model of software which is the foundation of in the IT, and business analysis is the pillar, okay, on which the entire IT software will stand, because that's the junction where entire requirement is shared. So we have in this combo track, 4 weeks are dedicated towards agile and scrum, and remaining weeks are given to business analysis. So we recently transitioned and done with 2 sessions. So how all the sessions would be, how we are going to remain connected, everything I'm going to share with you as a quick reminder to you all. So let me share my screen. Please confirm if you all can see my screen. Yeah. Just unmute and say yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is what I call it as a code of honor that I'm going to share. So these are the some values we will be abiding by. And the very first one that says that because agile is full of ceremonies, ceremony means meetings, and every meetings from each one of you being the business analyst, scrum master, or product owner, demands you to be live in every ceremony. Ceremonies means meeting, as I said. It means that you show up live, be on time, remain punctual, and highly committed. So in case you are not habituated of doing so in any of the event, this live training program will help you to practice that. And once you practice that, it will be quite easy. Once you take this training itself as a project, will be quite easy for you to, once you get inside IT, you can replicate that. And there is another universal law that says that how you do anything is how you do everything, will help you a lot to practice it. Second, that says that because many of you are coming from the various background, and you are eventually learning, that makes you student. But we don't want you to be the student. We want you to be the full stack student who does all the assignment every time, does self research and repeat what they learn. So practicing this will make you a full stack student. And third, on this journey, wherever you are, you need to take the full responsibility. What do I mean by the full responsibility? It will be quite easy to take the responsibility of success when you will succeed, when you practice, when you complete what you start. And also, when you don't, eventually it hits the failure, you need to take the full responsibility of that as well. Why? Because taking the responsibility of that, you will acknowledge that, and there are chances you may correct that back, and then you will find the failure does not remain the failure but becomes the trail to the success. So taking the full responsibility of both the element is mandatory here in this journey. Fourth, to do so, it really requires a concrete mindset. The very first one is inspired by lean management, is another delivery model in automobile and software industry that says that continuous improvement, inspired from lean management and of a Kaizen framework. So it means that you need to inculcate the continuous learning minded. More learning minded you will become, you will eventually attract being positive minded. More positive minded you will become, you will find yourself going more complaint free. Means you will be able to not complain, but you will be able to, despite all um, challenges, your focus will be towards the software delivery. So more complaint free you will become, you will find yourself praising your own traits and your own potential and your own capability, and you will be eventually soaked in gratitude that leads to the happiness. The fifth one, to do so, you need to increase your receptivity. And for that very reason, I generally recommend all of you, in fact, everyone who are part of means my candidature, who are learning from me. So I generally recommend them to participate in a 30 days challenge. This 30 days challenge is a audio listening program, which you can just plug and play while you are just jogging, running, or doing any cardio, and can finish this audio program every single day. You need to finish it for next 30 days, and you will be completely amazed to see this, that how your every single activities of day will be positively impacted. So this audio programs link, you can get it from me after the session. Just you need to because it is a mandatory, it is a recommendation, not the mandate. You just need to DM me that you are interested in 30 days challenge, and you will be given the link of it. And the second one, that because we are taking a deep dive into technical learning, we learn it 4 steps, which is called as golden quadrant of learning. It comes in 4 steps. First, we declare what we are going to learn, and then we put an anchor to it. So let me quickly tell you what do we mean by anchor. Anchor means, like, you might have seen a tall ship standing at the harbor in water. Okay, it is standing tall throughout the night at the harbor because it has got an anchor. And in case anchor is not there, it will sway away, right? And it may float away, it may leave its direction, it will lose its direction. Likewise, in the ocean of thoughts, there is something which we call it as a ship, that is the focus is standing tall, and without anchor it will not stand tall. It will, you will lose your focus in every 5 seconds, 7 seconds, and we are going to give an anchor to it. And like focus and ocean of thoughts, these are the part of body. We need to give the anchor as a body part. That will be the body movement, that will be the quick self hi-fi or the clap just now you heard along with our declaration. And then we'll take a deep dive into the deep learning, technical learning. And once it is done, immediate after 24 hours, you are going to draw it on a piece of paper. How you can draw it, you can just model this way, and you can craft your notes, but after 24 hours, and then summarize it in back, and in a way that even 5 years old can understand it. so that you can submit back in less than 90 seconds of video form, or maximum 3 minutes of video form. And you yourself will witness how, in case you didn't have any knowledge, how you have evolved from novice to expert when you are presenting the command on the subject. Okay, so let's get started with the declaration. I'm going to select the very first sentence and I'll say 1, 2, 3 and clap. You will just model it and repeat when I'll read it. Can you all see the first statement selected with me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get started.
Yes.
1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat after me. I'm a quick learner.
I am a quick
learner.
learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others can learn and
Others can
master,
learn and master.
I too can do that.
I too
I
can
too
do that.
can
You can do it.
One more time with the next statement. 1, 2, 3 and clap, because I'm an awesome learner.
Because I'm an awesome
I'm
learner.
an awesome learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's
Today's learning going to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper easy.
super easy to
To
me.
me.
Yes, it is going to be, if you say so. In case you could not and felt someone of you awkward, then this sixth code of honor is going to help you. So it says that on this journey you need to be you need to be a giver. Keeping giving ego away on the path of learning that makes you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. What does it mean? It means that your happiness level increases. When I say that on the path of growth, happiness level increases, and happiness is today's new productivity, and that's the demand of the corporate. So that's the reason. That's number one, keeping ego away. So only you need to be placed as a business analyst or scrum master or product owner, or your focus should be also towards the expansion of your income. Of course, the expansion of your income as well. How it will be done? So first, you will perform wherever you will be positioned. Second, you will also continue to it is said that what you want to gain more of, you need to start giving away the portion of. And for that reason, if you are already earning, you will be asked to do the charity 5% or 10% of your income wherever you believe in. And that could be anywhere where you believe in, like any causes, feeding hungry children, or donating back to orphanages or old age home, or giving back to any churches, mosque, or temple, or gurudwara, wherever you believe in, giving away 5%, 10% of your income. You will be surprised how it has expanded your own income. Why? Because there is one universal law that says that what you give, let you grow; what you receive, that let you survive. And I'm sure you are not here just for the survival, but for the for growth as well. So just don't give away for the sake of growth, but also to inspire others in your surrounding, that if you are able to contribute, others can too. And while you do so, appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And even it may not seem like something is means pushing you towards your growth, continue to do so, because what you appreciate appreciates you back. So these are 6 code of honor we will be abide by. And the 5 quick reminder that how we are going to remain connected. Every Sunday, we are going to meet for the technical session at 10 p.m. EST. Monday, we are going to meet for another technical session at 10 p.m. EST. Tuesday, for any for profile optimization, resume building, or anything which is not related to training, those questions can be asked into RRP session. It is never recorded. Link of the RRP sessions will be shared by only your HR. So only for training, me and co-trainer, we both trainers, me and Prerna, will be responsible. For anything else, you can contact to your HR point of view, HR point of contact, as well as your the entire RRP team. Why? You need to attend, even though it is never recorded, you will not find its recording every time, even though it is repeated. Why? Because it pushes, it enhances your visibility, credibility, and marketability. Wednesday, you can spend almost 15 minutes doing the assignment for the learning that happened on Sunday. Assignment will be 2 types. One, where we will be literally asking, hey, you need to do this before we meet next time. In case we are not asking you to do some activity, still there will be assignment that will be called as unsaid assignment. Okay, it means that following golden quadrant of learning, you are going to summarize every single day whatever you have learned and posting back those summary that will be part of unsaid assignment in the WhatsApp group that you are going to post the your self recording. Okay, what has been your learning. Thursday, again, you are going to repeat the RRP session that enhances your visibility, credibility, and marketability, because this is the job gateway. Here you will be having your technical learning. But this Tuesday and Thursday will be really helping you out for your your marketing for into the IT. And Friday you will be doing the assignment for whatever you have learned on Monday. And Saturday you can choose to relax or repeat whatever you have learned through the recording, and your recording will be provided maximum up to 48 hours. So you just class happened and you are not going to ask, hey, where is the recording? So it takes time to get prepared. So always take a hold up to 48 hours, and then if you don't get it, then you can ask, okay, I did not receive the recording will be posted in the WhatsApp group itself. Or you can prepare for any question that you are going to ask for its answer on next technical session, that is on Sunday. So this is how we are going to remain connected. In case hope everyone is clear with this. Everyone is clear with this, how we are going to get connected and these code of honor. Say yes if you are very much clear onto this, because this is very, very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great. And in case you want, you can take a screenshot of it quickly. This how we are going to get connected. In case you are not taking a screenshot, go to the WhatsApp group description. There you will find it anyway. Okay. So let's get started from where we had left. Yesterday we discussed what? Do you remember what did we discuss yesterday? Where we left?
Data-driven decision making.
Yeah. So it is a DDDM framework. How it was useful? What do you think? It will be useful for what and where?
Everywhere.
Useful for analyzing the problem and reaching to the solution.
Yeah, it will be
Gathering the
helpful.
requirement.
Yeah, it will be helpful in taking business decisions, and everywhere it will be. Yeah, definitely. So let's get started, because we have learned DDDM, that is the framework of decision making. We'll be learning today this. I'm going to share my screen. That's what we are going to learn. And let me know once you look at my screen. Yeah. Can you all see my screen, everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I want someone to read this bullet point for me along with the header.
Can
Go
I do
ahead.
that one?
Yeah, without asking you.
Yeah. The focus of business analytics is data and the reporting, analyzing past business performance and predicting future business performance. The focus of business analysis is functions and the processes, identifying business needs and recommending solutions.
Yeah. So one is very much clear over here that even if you are becoming the business analyst, the basic knowledge of Excel is required from all of you. Okay. So Excel is full of the formula. And yesterday you learned about the making some decision, taking business decision. So business decisions can be also taken based on some past performance of running business. Past performance based on what? Because you are eventually suggesting some changes. Do you all remember? You are the change agent as well. You continue to talk about the changes. You continue to recommend to the client that, okay, this is better for you. This is not better for you. Okay, you have come with your XYZ requirement, but we will also recommend this as an addition. So you are helping towards adding value towards the customers business improvement, and eventually in return you anyway will be helped, and your organization will get paid for it. Do you all remember that? How the focusing on change for business analyst is very, very important. Do you all remember, everyone?
Right.
Yeah?
Yes.
Only one person or all of you? Yeah? I think
Yes.
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 So, okay,
Yes.
thank
Yeah.
you. So I want 100% participation, everyone. So when I'm asking question, it is not monologue, it's a dialogue. We will converse. No one is here to perform. You can perform on the job. So the focus, you understand, when we are talking about the function and process and the Excel, you can expect some formula to use. Okay, what kind of formula it would be? So a few example I'll give you first. Okay, some Excel formula will be useful because you will be analyzing sometimes some data. Okay, because based on that you will suggest some changes. So it will be quite helpful when you will know some formula or some activity in the Excel. Okay, say for example concatenate, it will combine two cells. Okay, say for example one is first name, another is second name, and you apply in the third cell concatenate, and then you will find it is following the combination of two cells. Likewise, count, days, sum if, average if, VLOOKUPs, find and search will be there. We will be exploring how you can become eventually the master in it. Okay, so let me do that first. Okay, and for that very reason I'm going to stop my screen share and sharing my desktop with you all. Okay, and will restart that how you can take an idea about it completely, how you can become the master in Excel. So at least you start your Excel like this. Okay, just give me a second. So say for example I'm going to start Excel. I will be starting with the how I will be starting with the by opening the Excel. Okay, so I will be Explorer R. I'm typing here Excel, and now it will start opening the Excel. Okay, let it open. Okay, so it has opened the Excel, but I'm not going to, okay, I'm not going to open anything else over here. But this is very important screen. Okay, and it will give you multiple option to open the Excel. Okay, the very first one, can you all see that here? Welcome to Excel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So whenever you will
Yes.
open the Excel and you want to explore Excel, I want you to go ahead and click on this, welcome to Excel. Okay, it will ask to take a tour and ask to press create. I would request you to go ahead and click on the create. The moment you will click on the create button, you will have multiple options to self-run. Okay, add, fill, split, transpose, sort, filter, table, drop down, analyze, and chart. Okay, so I want every one of you in, and this is going to be assignment for you. After the session today, for next till until we meet, I want you to go ahead and simple have a look at it, read it, practice it, whatever it asks you, because this is self-explanatory. Okay, pivot table and anything extra if you want. So these comes with the minimum formula or minimum activities, where minimum that you can learn by your own self by spending some few minutes, and you will see that this is very interesting. How you can do that, I just showed you how to do it. Do you all, did you all get it? Say yes,
Yes.
if you
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
Okay, so this is one
Yes.
way. So I'm closing it now, and now I'll be moving back to sharing. Okay, don't save. So I'm moving back to share towards next slide. Next slide says that you need to know this is called as a pivot table. Okay, how many of you know pivot table, even though you are coming from the different industry? How many of you ever have used pivot table in Excel? Okay, anyone here who has not used it? Okay, whether you used it or you did not use it, I'm going to tell you why. Because tomorrow there will be tons of data and you might require to focus upon them. to do some analysis. Analysis, what kind of analysis? That you just now saw that it is talking about sum of airport passenger. So in 2013, how many passengers travel in January, February, March? What was the total count in quarter two, quarter three? And eventually it gives you a chart. Can you all see that?
Yes.
But this alone did not come in one place. This is time grouping. It to come here, everyone had to work on the multiple sheet. Can you all see that? Yeah. So
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
likewise
sir.
in Excel, how it can happen. So what I'm going to do, I'll just look for if I have some any existing data with the multiple, you know, multiple sheets and multiple data, and if I can work on that. And for that very reason, I will be just opening the Excel file. Okay, any Excel file, just I'm going to look for it and will bring in front of you. So I'm just looking for any existing data if I can have, or I can just open the Excel one more time. Okay, I'm trying to see, and screen has been paused, I guess. So I'm going to resume it once I open.
Yesterday the PPT Gaurav, we're not seeing anything else.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I said. File is opening. All right. So say for example, this is one of the data, and I'll take you quickly over there. So this data comes with various, cells. One is talking about order ID, order date, shipment model, shipment mode, customer ID, customer name, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, and there will be, this is up to you, but there could be the multiple rows and multiple columns. Can you all see that? This is the multiple data. Yeah. And I want
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want you to summarize it. How you want to summarize? So, say for example, the analysis you only have to do, okay, in the Excel. What were the total sales under each category of the item? So, category will be multiple. Like I need to find where is the category. Okay, here is the category. So it has got
Yes.
multiple category. How many category? I'm going to apply filter. Control Shift L, that gives me filter. When I click on the arrow, it gives me how many total categories are there under furniture, office suppliers, and technology. It is asking for the sales. Okay. And inside every category, there is subcategory as well. Okay. So these are the number of the subcategory. Everyone is with me so far? Yeah. Able to pay attention till now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in case we have to summarize this data, okay, like here it is summarized, it is already done for you. Okay. Okay. Total sales happened for furniture this much, for office supplies this much, for technology this much. Now let's understand how from these tons of data it has been possible to fetch it. So for that very reason, something which we call it as a pivot table. What do we call it as, everyone?
You would
Pivot table.
Yeah, pivot table,
Pivot
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 table.
table.
table, whatever.
Pivot table.
Yeah, so it depends upon how they pronounce. It could be someone pronounce it as a pivot, someone pivot. So yeah, both are okay. So you need to insert this table. Okay, how do you do that? Go to Insert tab in Excel, and then here you see pivot table, very first option. Yeah, say
Yes, sir.
yes or no. Then I will be able to
Yes,
understand
sir.
it. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So this is not the prayer thing that only one person will speak or something. All of you can participate. Okay. So this is training. So in insert, you go to pivot table and you just keep. I'm going to remove the filters which I already had applied. Again, I will press Control Shift L. This has been removed. I will click on Insert Pivot Table because I am already keeping this at the top of the row. the eventually automatically it will sense that it is the top of the some table. So I will click on the pivot table. It asks for the range. It means that what all the range of the table I want to summarize. Okay. And it automatically took A1 as the first, and it went ahead till the U1, the last row, last column, and also it captured the last row too. So these all are selected up to triple nine five 9,995 rows are there, and it has selected all them automatically only because I kept the activity or kept the cursor or kept the active cell towards this. Okay, now let me do that because um its selection was disturbed. So I will do it again. Insert pivot table. It auto selected the entire table. Where do I want? I can either go on to the new worksheet or I can just create on the existing worksheet step. Okay, now I have to give the destination where I want to draw. I want to draw over here, uh, below the question. Okay, over here, and I'll just expand it back and click on OK. All right. So now it has given me the place to create over here. Now, what is the question? Question is that what were the total sales under each category? So I want in category total sales. So I look for the category. Category will go into the rows, and the sales I want, sales or say profit. Okay, sales. So sales I want against every category. So I'll drag the sales where in the values column. Can you all see that? I'm just trying to drag it. Say yes,
Yes.
or no.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. I'll drag it. Now I have got for every furniture how many sales had been. Okay. If I know that every category has the subcategories as well, now I'll teach you two methods. One, subcategory directly you can pull back below the category and how it will appear. Okay, so you got under every furniture, every category there is a subcategory. Now can you all see that?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it is giving me all the details. Now you can
Yes.
do more summary into this. You can simply go ahead and you can sort it. Okay, ascending or descending you can choose. Here you will see that it is getting changed. Can you all see that? It is changing. The
Yes.
order is getting changed. That you can do then and there. That's number one. Number two, what if you don't have you don't want to categorize over here, or you want to see, okay, fine, I know that. So let's see its performance in the various city and various country. Okay, so there could be the additional expansion can be done. However, let's do a right click on it. It is asking to apply what? Apply add as slicer. Can you all see that? Can you all see
Yes.
this?
Yes.
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 So
Yes.
apply this as a slicer. Okay. Now it is just giving me data of United States. So there are not multiple country. So it is not useful for me. I will go back and delete it. Okay. Let's see for city wise or state wise inside country, there will be multiple state and multiple city. So I'll apply the slicer for that. Now you see there are multiple states. Can you all see that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I'll
Yes.
place it somewhere nearby. Just give me a second. I'll place it nearby. Also, I want what else? City. So I'll apply those slicer as well. So add a slicer. Now it will give me all the details, city-wise, state-wise. So as of now, it is how many cities it has selected? All, one, or few? How many city and state? All, few, or uh,
All.
all? So say for example,
All.
I only want to focus on California. I'll click California. Okay. And the data it gave me of California, I want only for Delaware. It will give me data only for Delaware. Okay. Rest of cities are just disabled now here inside. I want not, I want to focus only on Newark. Okay. I'll click that inside Delaware. So I got only for Newark. I want only for Wilmington. I'll click on Wilmington. I'll get those. I want to do the sorting over here only for these. I can go ahead and I can do that. Okay, and I will get its result. Can you all see that? Yeah, the
Yes.
changes.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
want multi-selection, what you can do, go ahead and select multiple by pressing control. Okay, by pressing control, and you will have all. Or you want to just remove the filter, go here, remove, click on this funnel, the filter will be removed. That is one way. This is the pivot table and pivot summary. Now, after pivot table, if you want to create some, uh, chart, that how does it look like, just go ahead, let your means cursor or this table be active and go to insert and say, uh, just a second, say insert chart you can choose, or say recommended chart. It will give you multiple chart option. Okay, just apply that and you will have the charts. Okay, can you all see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is one of the example. Likewise, you can go ahead, play with the data, and you can do that multiple activity. It's a very easy to know, very easy to understand. Only thing is that you require practice for it. Everyone got it? So this is a
Yes.
quick with the Excel minimum knowledge you can gain by practicing with the tool for the formula, and more with the pivot table. You can go ahead and eventually you will gain more confidence in the Excel. So these are the minimum requirement for business analyst. With me so far, everyone say yes if you all are getting it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
awesome. I'm now closing it back. So let's move back for next remaining item. So let's learn about stakeholders. Okay. So Prerna, do you want to take it if you're there? Prerna, let me know if you're there. Let me reshare my screen. Prerna, I think you might be speaking on mute. Let me know if you want to take it, or you want me to continue. Next
Hi,
slide is
Gaurav.
stakeholders. Yes, hi. So do you want to take
Sorry, I
this?
was on mute.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So guys, Gaurav has been explaining pivots, and trust me, in industry while dealing with data, yesterday we learned so much about data, why data is important, how you take decisions, triple DM. Yesterday we learned. So pivots is
Uh,
really, really important. And if you could rewatch the video and understand better, and try to play with it, like open Excel and just try to work around with it, create some dummy data. So that would
yeah.
be really helpful for you guys. Yeah, someone was trying to saying something. What is it? So no, then I'll really appreciate if everybody just goes on mute, because many of you are on unmute, and that sound just comes in the recording. Yeah.
And
Yes,
one
I
more thing,
think.
Prerna, if in case, just look if someone is sleeping nearby you, just those sound make up. So you just please take care. Yeah.
No, it is not. Actually, that's the sound. My baby is not around me. I
Uh,
could actually hear a snoring sound. That's why I said.
yeah. Even I could. So yeah, no problem.
Yes, that's not from my side. We all
No,
are
no,
up.
not. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just
So, guys,
generally.
please mute your phones, and ensure that at least you're not sleeping. If somebody's around you sleeping, that's fine. But we would
Nice,
love to
nice.
have you awake. So yeah, coming back to the stakeholders part, it's one of my favorite topics because it's very important, and it's very practical also, if you ask me. So without reading the slides, without doing the cheating, can anybody tell me who are the stakeholders? What do you understand when you hear this word stakeholders?
Whoever still has involved in a business.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Whoever
I couldn't hear. Go ahead.
whoever has interest in the business is a stakeholder.
Very well said. Very well said. This is a
Yeah.
very apt, uh, I would say, comment, or very apt statement. So, whosoever has a business in your sorry, whosoever has a stake or interest in your project, in your work, is your stakeholder. And that can vary, from customer to all the people or all the entities mentioned in the, I would say, in the slide. Request people to read out, just go by line, like first paragraph by one person, second by another, and then these 7 points, 7 different people, if they could read, that will be really great. And then I'll go give the explanation. It's quite easy. So I just want you guys to run through it. Yeah, go ahead.
A
A stakeholder
stakeholder
has a
has a vested
interested.
interest in a company and can either affect or be affected by a business, operations, and performance.
Stakeholders
Stakeholder.
are Stakeholders are those who directly impacted by the project and those who may be indirectly affected. Examples of directly impacted stakeholders are the project team members or a customer who the project is being done for. Typical stakeholders are investor, sponsors, employees, customers, suppliers, communities, governments, trade associations.
Yes, thank you for reading it out. So here, if you could see from the explanation, it's it's really mentioned that uh, anybody or any entity who has a vested interest. That means the performance of your project really matters to them. If you do well, it's beneficial for them. If a project doesn't do well, it's gonna kind of affect them. So in that scenario, these are the entities, people, or a group of people, or things that they are interested in your project and project's performance. See, it's mentioned businesses, operations, and performance. So business means here we are assuming, or we are considering it as a project. Okay. So stakeholders are those who are directly impacted by the project and those who may be indirectly affected. So see, directly affected means you can imagine your customer is your stakeholder, for example, who will be directly affected by the whatever your I would say outcome of the project. If you're on time, if your project delivery is as per the schedule, they'll be very happy. They'll be very encouraging. But in case the project delivery is delayed, there are some technical or some other issues, and then there'll be little, I would say, uh, distress, or there'll be little, escalation kind of scenario, because that's the way it is. Everybody who is involved in the project wants to have a timely and good quality delivery. So, and then these are the ones who are directly, and indirectly might be trade associations or communities who want to see, as a organization there are many activities going on, and an organization also contribute to many other I would say entities. Like, as a company, you also donate, or you do charity. You are also part of some of the trade associations. So ultimately your performance affect their working also. Like, if you do well, you will give more funds into charity. You will contribute more to the community. You will be at a better position in trade associations. And unless, if you don't do well, if you are not making profits, all the other entities are also affected. So that's why these are like indirectly affected. But in customers, employees, your suppliers, your vendors, your investors, they are directly interested or directly linked to you. Like, investors who are putting in funds and money in the project or in the business. If our project is doing fine, if it is making profits, they'll be also happy that okay, their money is getting good returns, or their investment is doing well. Whereas if the case is otherwise, if your project is delayed, not making profits, or something on the negative side of the performance, then they will be concerned that okay, is our invested money going through proper channels? Are we should we continue doing this or should we not? So things like this. So here, we all know investors, sponsors are the people who put in money. Employees are the employees of the organization. Customers are the client, or for the whom we work or whom we deliver the projects. Suppliers is a tricky thing. Suppliers or slash vendors. So suppliers can be of any form. It can start with your software suppliers, like from where you get your applications, or even your hardware supplier where you get your laptops, your machineries, your servers. Or even at times where you can get your additional resources. Like I've seen many times, like in for example, an organization like Accenture, there will be employees from TCS, who are working from vendor side, or there will be employees from Capgemini or other Wipro, things like that. So it's like for Accenture company, these employees are vendors or suppliers, because they are coming from other organizations and working for your project. So that kind of scenario is for suppliers or vendors. Communities I just mentioned, if you're contributing, donating to any particular community that you're involved in, uh, you know, so that kind of scenario. Governments and trade associations. So see, what happens is, if as a company, as an organization, if you're doing well, that amount of tax definitely goes to the government, right? So that benefits the government when you pay good taxes. So it's as directly linked to your performance. So that's why governments and trade associations as an industry is also very, very interested. So here, when someone might ask you in an interview that who are the stakeholders in an organizations, or are stakeholders important, or what is the role of stakeholders? So just try to name a few stakeholders from the given list, and the hit on the headline would be the any entity or any person who has a stake or vested interest in the project. Sorry. They are the stakeholders. And explain, if they would want you to explain further, or as per your understanding. So everybody has got a fair idea of who are the stakeholders, or any doubt as of now. And this slide is very clear actually, but in case if you still have any doubts, let me know. Yeah, anybody? Yes, no, you can say no if you don't have any doubts.
No.
Unmute and just say no.
No.
Great.
No, you
Yeah,
do.
No.
No.
good. Thank you so much. Yeah, Gaurav, please move to the next slide. Yes. So we learned about who are the stakeholders, and now we'll learn how to manage the stakeholders. Okay. So are these tiles visible to everyone?
Yes.
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 Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So I would request six different people who has not earlier read to read the content written on the slides, please, on the tiles, please.
Identify
Yeah.
document needs.
Analyze
Their influence or interest.
manage
I'll
stakeholders'
just wait
expectations.
a second. Wait a second. Let's start with identify stakeholders, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Identify stakeholders.
Okay, thank you. Next.
Document needs.
Uh-huh.
Analyze
Next.
their influence and interest.
Mm-hmm.
Stakeholders' expectations.
Take actions.
Okay. Okay.
Review and repeat.
Perfect. So here, if you see, first is identify your stakeholders. Okay. So you have to, like we just went through the list of stakeholders, but you have to understand who are all your stakeholders. Okay. Give me a second. One second. Yeah, sorry. I had some uh, that things. I had to restart my uh, so yes, we are learning about identify stakeholders. So simply we just learned in the earlier slide who are our stakeholders. So now all of us are in a better position to know who are our stakeholders. But when you go into any a project or any new organization, it's a very good question to check. Okay, who are we dealing with? Okay, who are the stakeholders? Like when you start as a BA or as a PM or as a Scrum Master in any of the new organizations, it's always a good question to check with your seniors or check with your team members. That who all are the parties involved for our project. Okay, that's the first thing. Second is document needs. Okay, document needs simply means what are these stakeholders expecting out of us. Okay, we just discussed in the earlier slide that what every party or every stakeholder would want from us, like government want us to do well and pay more taxes, vendor want us to make profit so their resources can also get paid well. Even your investors are very much interested in your profits, because if you earn well, their returns are also increased, just things like that. So everybody's needs, everybody's outlook, it's very essential to know. So that way you can focus on your performance. Like you have to know that, okay, fine, we have to do our best, because we owe these things to them. Because see, everybody knows this program called Shark Tank by any chance? Yes, Shark Tank.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Any idea what they do in that program? Yeah, anybody could tell in one line.
They support the small businesses. They find which is the best business model they bring in, and they support them, whoever wins the show.
Yes, and one of the important factors while providing budget to anyone or considering budget is what they say is what is their profit sharing. You remember? They always
Yes,
talk about
yes,
profit sharing.
yes.
Yes. So what is the condition? That yes, we would invest in your project. We would invest in your work or in your company. But in the cases, this should be your profit sharing. So they're already assuming that you would make profit, and that's why they are into it, right? Nobody will put their hands or invest in a loss-making entity, or it will be very it has to be a very generous person like Tata, and someone who's very giant and very generous entrepreneur. That's why then only they will put in, like the way Tata has taken Air India and trying to revamp it in a very nice manner. But in real life, most of the I would say investors or other stakeholders are always keen on your good performance. So remember this. Okay, so that's important point. So that we need to know what is their you have to document their needs and analyze their influence and interest. So it's as simple as that. Their interest is generally I do not know, there is some sound. So what is their interest is they want to make money. They want to ensure that their money is utilized properly. Their interest is taken properly care of, and and you are, as a organization, as a project team, doing good business or delivering properly. Next is manage stakeholder expectations. So yes, we know what are their expectations, what are their needs, and you have to manage it, like ensure that everything is on time, everything is as per the schedule. There are no delays. Everything is working fine. So that way, you have to ensure that you are delivering as per what they have been expecting, or what is their expectation of this project. So it's quite simple. When you know what everybody brings to the table, you should be able to understand their needs and understand their expectation out of you, and then work accordingly. See, even in an organization, it's always a teamwork, right? It's never alone, a single man's job. So you should know that everybody or all the stakeholders who are involved in the project, what they are looking at. Most of the time, it's always the dollar bill, or it's always the money part. But then in some cases, like some communities or some charitable things, it's always their interest. They can be in the form of growth, they can be in the form of more market share, but ultimately it's mostly about money and profits only, which that will in turn converted into other things. Like, if you make good money, you'll give charity in a decent manner, you'll contribute to society and you're supposed to, you should, I mean, actually, as a business, but that's the assumption. So next is take action. Yes, take action simply means work diligently, deliver diligently. Do not get into delays. Do not fall into malpractices. Ensure you're giving good quality and ensure everybody's into the loop. Everybody knows what's happening. And last but not the least, review and repeat. So basically, if you're doing something good, please keep doing it, continue doing the good part. If you're not, then a review how can you do it better and ensure that you're delivering a good quality. And prop and ensure that you continue to perform yourself in every delivery until the project ends or until you're in the market. So see, the point here is, as an organization, you have to understand what the stakeholders are expecting out of you. I'll simply give you one example, okay? As a kids, or when you were in your final exam or board exams, 10th and 12th and stuff like that, there were like life changing years, like when you have to choose your majors or go ahead with your decision of what masters you have to do, which stream you have to go, medicine or commerce or finance or arts, things like that. You know how concerned your entire family was, starting with your parents, not only your mother and father, but your elder siblings, if any, your uncle and your aunts and your grandparents, right? Everybody remembers? Yes, no? The discussions in your home, which stream? No, or everybody's
Yes.
parents were
Yes.
quite easy? Yes, remember those days, oh, what
Yes.
are you deciding? Which stream you want to go? What career? Are you interested in CA, or do you want to go ahead into medicine, or do you want to do CS? I mean, so many questions and so many people's interest, and you were so baffled. But then you, stood your ground. You said, no, I want to do this, and you pursue that course, and definitely you would excel, or at least you did well. You completed that. So same way, imagine that scenario, that all these people are in a way your well-wishers, though it's a monetary form, but then it's good to think that way. And then your performance ultimately matters a lot to them, your, as in your organizations, your projects, your overall work performance, um matters a lot to them. I have explained this in a lot of detail because it is very important and it is very practical. So when you go into organization, it's really good for you to know that these are the important things for you to understand and to take it forward when you're working in a project as a BA, as a Scrum Master, even as a product owner. Yeah. Any doubts in this slide?
No, ma'am.
No?
No.
I would recommend everyone to take a
No.
picture of this slide. Keep it in your phone, or if you kind of maintain some notes, please draw this. It is very important. It is very easy to explain. That's why we have this specific keywords. So in an interview, when someone asks you how do you manage stakeholders, or what is a stakeholder management, or how a BA or how any particular role manages stakeholders, these are some of the very important points you could easily elaborate in your own words. Okay, this is nothing bookish or theoretical. It's very practical. If nobody has any doubts, we can move on to next slide, please. Yeah. Yeah. So stakeholder management continues, and these are the 8 principles, or rather, these are the basic management principles to any party, not only stakeholders. Even if you want to implement this at home or at an organization on any level, it is very important. So these are the 8 attributes, I would say, not points, which you should have So yeah, I would request 8 different people to read it out. And while reading it out, you can also give a one-liner about what it means in your understanding. Yeah, go ahead.
Acknowledge. So basically, acknowledgement means, is my voice echoing?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, because I have two screens open here.
There's an echo I am getting. Is everyone else is also getting an echo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll just request
All are.
someone to go on mute who is not speaking, because they might be connected through multiple devices. Yeah.
Actually,
And
I am
repeat from
connected
first
to
point.
multiple devices, but I think now it's okay, right?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah.
Now it's
Okay,
okay.
perfect.
Earlier there was an echo. So please start from the
Right.
first point because I couldn't hear it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sure. So to acknowledge is basically, in my opinion, is to acknowledge their interest. What is it that they are looking for? And we are there to support that, to make that happen. Is that correct? Hello?
Hello. Yeah. Go ahead,
Can
please.
you not hear me?
Yeah, I could hear. I'm just saying, I just want all different 8 people to read
Yeah,
the
sure.
one. Yeah, and explain what is their understanding of that point. Yeah. So, for example, when we say listen, so what do you mean by listen? Listen means you would say
We-
that okay, understand, listen, and have a proper communication, or have understanding of what the other party or stakeholder is telling them to work about, or to perform. So that way, whatever is you feel is important. Yeah, go ahead.
Monitor. Monitor means we are checking frequently and observing, or we are keeping a record or of something, one process or something like that. Yeah, monitoring the weather or something like.
Listen. We have to be a good listener so that we can understand what we wanted, basic needs, what we have to do exactly to proceed in the project.
Communicate with the stakeholders and keep updating them about the project, the progress, and everything.
Adopt, adapt to the changes, requirements.
Recognize whatever is required, or whatever change should be made, and work accordingly.
Work. Get the work done.
Avoid. You have to avoid the mistakes.
Yeah, go ahead. Read the avoid.
Avoid is
Yeah, what is your understanding of avoid? Yeah, that you can mention. It can be anything. Don't worry if it is right or wrong. Just explain what you feel.
Yeah, someone was saying something for avoid. What do you understand?
Avoid any impediments.
Avoid assumptions.
Very well, very well. I'm really happy with the answers. Yeah, great. Anything else?
Avoid any miscommunication.
Avoid delays.
Avoid preconceived notions.
Very well. Before, who said avoid delays? The echo is coming from their machine. Who said
Yeah,
avoid
yeah.
delays?
That's me, Icha.
Isha, please, yeah, try to connect from one because then yeah. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for all your inputs because you all are right, and I'm really happy the way you have tried to explain the points in your word, because yes, avoiding such miscommunication, delays, or something that is not working for your project is very important. And all the pointers like acknowledging what is happening in the application, sharing the updates, also monitoring the progress of the application, that how well it is going on, or how well you can do it, listening to everyone or every stakeholders, especially, right? It's not only listening to one person or only one individual or one stakeholder. It's about how well you listen to everyone. See, listening and communication is very often very badly is underrated. They always, there's a phase where it says that we don't listen to listen, we listen to respond. So this is also very important. We have to be very patient with our stakeholders, with our customer, when they're talking to us, when they're sharing their needs or their requirements with us. So all these things, okay, along with adapt and communicate, means when we listen, we have to tell them that, okay, this is what we have understood from our communication. Okay, so there should not be any communication gap. That I think miscommunication someone just mentioned, which was very rightly or aptly said. And when we do all these things, we are in a position to adapt or to cater to the client in such a manner that our overall delivery, our work, our I would say output is maximized, because see, you have followed all the tick points. You have listened to them, you have communicated, you're on the positive, you're following all the positive traits. And then when you recognize what is important, what is to be done, and you work accordingly, that's it. I mean, that is the thing that you have to do. You have to know that what the stakeholder want. You have to realize the importance of their, I would say, uh, requirement or their communication, and go ahead. On paper, it really sounds simple. And to an extent, if you follow this, it is simple. But many a times, I personally have seen in organization, what happens is, maybe in the course of daily routine work, or in at times really because of plain negligence, this simple factors like communication and listening is kind of not followed properly, and that does result in not so positive outcomes, right? Because many a times there can be misunderstanding of requirements or delays of communication. I mean, I remember there are scenarios wherein a client would want you to respond within minutes to their mails, but if we ask them any a cross question, or if as an organization, as a development team, if we ask them for any clarification, and they would take days, they take days to respond. So that is really not a great scenario, wherein the to and fro of information is not flowing properly. So and avoid, I really like, everybody really said very nice, I would say, pointers. Avoid delays, avoid miscommunication, avoid mistrust, avoid all the negative points that you could think of. And then ultimately, these all points contribute and help you to manage stakeholder in a better format and in a better way. And stakeholder management, trust me, is very essential, because ultimately the business that you're doing is in a way for stakeholder management. Because unless you manage your sponsors or your investors, I don't think so you would be able to I would say earn more of it. Because once they are happy, once they are content, then only they'll provide funds. And once they provide funds, your business goes on smoothly. Yes. So everybody okay with the explanation, or they have any doubts in these points, please feel free to ask. And if you don't have any, you can right away say no, and we can go to the next slide, please. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
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 No. No.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Gaurav, we can move to next slide, please. Yes. So till now we understood what is a stakeholder management, what are the important factors of stakeholder management. Now we would simply learn what are the basic or important skills that we need to have to manage stakeholders. Okay. So yes, again, 8 different people to just read out the pointers. And I think these are kind of self-explanatory, but still I'll try to explain where it is important. Yeah. Go ahead.
Communication.
Yeah, just hold on. I'll just try to explain right and there. Yes, communication we all have explained. There has to be a clear and proper and timely communication. That just before I explain the scenario, it should not be like that. You're expecting a customer is expecting your prompt response, but their response is delayed, majorly. So that should not be the case. You have to be responsive. You have to provide timely response to all the stakeholders. It can be your senior management, it can be your vendors, it can be your trade association, it can be a government query, it can be anything. So having a clear, proper, easy to understand communication is a must. Next.
Planning.
Planning. Yes. Planning, I think in every part of your life is important. So planning a project, planning a delivery, planning any meetings, planning discussions, any activity that has to be planned has to be done properly. Okay. So we even plan our entire day, right? We have a morning work items, kind of confirmed, and then you have to do something else and things like that. So planning everything is very important, because that gives us a way to go ahead, how we uh, how we are looking at the future. That kind of that gives an idea when we plan well. So yeah, next point. Third point, please.
Stakeholder expectations management.
Yes, and I think we learned that in the 2 slides before when we learned stakeholders' expectations. So, first of all, identify what is the stakeholder expectation is. So, yes, the investors would want profit. Trade associations will want more of your input or market share. Government would want more tax from you. Customer would want more features or more delivery. Employees would want more salary or more bonus or performance based bonus. So what are the expectations of your stakeholders? And then do well, do good business, do deliver proper or nice or very well profit oriented projects, and ultimately everybody is happy. Everybody means whosoever is contributing for your project, all the contributors are happy, all the stakeholders are happy. Yeah. Leadership next. I only read leadership. Okay, so leadership is simply it's not about only for senior people in your project. We are not saying only product owner or at times scrum master. No, everyone in your project or in your team has to have leadership qualities. I have personally seen there are scenarios when very junior people from the team having good leadership qualities, having good communication skills, being the saviors in discussions. Many a times what happens, there are some doubts or queries which are quite technical, and as a sometimes even senior people or management people might not be in a position to answer because very technical and very hands-on kind of queries, very technology oriented. When that time a junior developer or maybe a middle level developer can just answer to these queries and ensure that the customer is satisfied with the answer. So leadership is not about a title. Leadership is a skill, or it's a quality that everyone should have, even in your daily life or even in organization, that ultimately helps entire team and entire project. So don't wait for someone to tell you things. If you feel that something has to be done or some action needs to be taken, please go ahead. Yeah, next point, please. Please read out the next point. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So, sorry. Sorry. So do I need to explain negotiation? I mean, even if we go to buy some vegetables, we'll always ask the dhania for free, something like that. We're always looking out for some. Are you guys getting disturbance? Hello?
No.
Are you guys?
No,
No?
no,
Okay,
no.
fine. Because there's some sound at my end. Okay. So, whenever we are going to supermarkets or when you are going for shopping, we are always looking for some sales or some extra, some freebies. Or if not, then we'll try to negotiate. I mean, we won't negotiate in the branded store, but even if we go to local markets, we'll try to negotiate on the prices. Yes. Especially women, if not men do also, but yes. Yes or
Yes,
no?
yes,
Or don't tell
yes.
me you all are
Yes.
such great
Uh,
customers, or you always buy at the price what the seller is selling, right? We'll actually cut it down by half and we'll say, "Arey, no, you're charging too high," and so that's the fun element. But yes, we all believe in negotiation. Even kids, they negotiate nowadays. Okay, that if I complete this chapter, will you give me a half an hour TV to watch, or will you give me tablet? I want to play. So things like that, right? Negotiation is in everybody's blood. So yes, in an organization you have to negotiate. If the customer is asking for additional requirement, then you'll have to negotiate that, okay, we would need more time, or we would charge, we'll have to charge you more because it's an additional work on and above the agreed work. So all these things come into negotiation. Okay. And I think negotiation is such a skill that everybody do possess in real life. It's very important. Next point.
Project management.
Yes. So project management is itself a very important subject. It's a vast topic, but here what we just have to remember is, as an individual, as an organization, as a team, we have to manage our entire project. That means starting from inception to implementation, from testing to deployment to delivery. Everything has to be on time, uh, in proper quality and as per expectation. So and as per the scheduled timeline. So when you do this, everybody is happy. Your expectations are met and your funds are released. Customer is happy, and a happy customer means more business. Always remember this. So yes, project management in a nutshell, though it's a very vast topic. Next point, please. Yes.
Needs
No,
assessment.
a quick question for you. These are
Mm-hmm.
these are the skills of a business analyst, correct?
Not only business analysts, these are the skills required for everyone who is managing the stakeholders. So tomorrow you are a product owner. Per se, you're working as a product owner. So as a product owner also, you having these skills will help you to manage stakeholders, because business analyst is not the single person who manages stakeholders, right? Everybody manages stakeholders. Tomorrow, when a customer sends in a technical query, even a junior or developer or a technical manager will also have to respond. So they are also in a way managing stakeholders, right? So everybody in the project, not only BA, Scrum Master, product owner, developers, tester, whosoever is a part of the team or working for the stakeholders. Yeah. Does
But
it
all
answer your query?
no, it does, but all of them will have to have all these questions,
I want to add something over here.
qualities.
Yeah, I want to add something over here. Anyone who
Yeah.
needs to face any external team member, like a vendor, customer, they need to have such quality. Business analysts are one of them, and that's the reason it is included here. Just to precise. To be precise. Yeah, back to you.
Okay. Now, do all of them need to have all the skills? Say, for example, a product owner. Does he need to have project management skills? Or a
Yeah.
business analyst, for example, does he need to have project
Yeah,
management
so
skills?
some trait of business project management you must know. Okay, and we are covering them over here. Whatever are
See,
required.
Just to answer you this question specifically, project management, product owner, scrum master, definitely because of their experience and their title, to an extent, they do have these qualities. For a junior developer, it's not project management per se from the larger aspect, but yes, managing their own work well is also project management for them because, sorry, that is their contribution to the project. So if a developer
Yes.
is developing on time, and with quality product, they are managing their project well because that's only their contribution, right? But whereas when I look at a product owner, for him, the entire project is for to be considered for project management. So your question is has a different aspect for different everyone, but then project management definitely on a larger scale for senior people, but on a junior scale, what is their contribution? Please manage that well for your project. So understand from that. Okay. Is it
Okay,
fine
got it.
now?
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank,
Thank you.
thank you for the question. Yeah. The next point, please.
Needs assessment.
Yes. Now this is very important. So all of you are aware about the annual review that happens in the organization. Annual, quarterly, half yearly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know what happens in them? In that?
Performance evaluation, performance review, and then end of it, it'll probably lead to a salary revision.
We also see like in this quarter where we are falling. What we are falling in means what is a thing which we can actually see and we can do good on further things.
How we did and how we can do better.
Yes. All of you are right to an extent. Yes, what we did, how we can do better, what are we working on, what are the parameters, what were our expectations, and where do we stand, against that. So all these things are rightly mentioned and rightly explained. So yes, so basically, what is expected out of us and what are we and what are we delivering? There should not be any gap, and if there is any gap, how to bridge that or how to perform better. So that's right. And assessment, I think it's done everywhere. Even the little kids who go to kindergarten, and they also have an assessment exam or assessment day. Even we as an individual, we also assess our work. Like today, I completed this work in this time. Maybe I should finish in in quite a little more efficiently in lesser time, so things like that. So it's important because it helps you to grow, it helps you to get better and perform better, right? So assessment, needs assessment is very important because yeah, that ensures that you're on the right track. And last point, yes,
Problem solving.
Solving.
yes. Now this is a quality or this is a skill, I would call it as a life skill because it's essential for everyone, for everything, right? Problem solving, problem can be in any format. It can be a customer escalation. It can be a delay in delivery. It can be misunderstanding or miscommunication. It can be anything and everything. So that kind of scenario, we should be able to. Sorry, I went on mute. So this kind of scenario, we should be able to resolve on our own. So it's like whatever is the given situation, how well you're able to tackle it. So that's the way how you solve the situation, how you solve the problem. Yeah. Any doubts in this? Yep. No.
No.
Oh, yeah. Fine. So yeah, Gaurav, I think we're towards the end. If we don't want to continue, we are, I think, good towards the closure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Just a second. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for your participation, and would love to know that what has been your top learning. Please go back to drop your comments into the WhatsApp group. And as I keep reminding that this is a kind of a your comment will trace back to your participation and your attendance, that you just did not plug and play, but you did learn. So please drop your top 3 learning minimum in the WhatsApp group. That's number 1. Number 2, we are going to meet next Sunday. This time I think link Prerna will share with you, and recording I'll be providing you. So recording link recording will be given to you within 24 hours. And yeah, that's it for today. So we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Good night.
So
Good
Gaurav,
night.
next 3
Just
days
have a
no
quick
sessions, is it?
question.
Yeah.
Gaurav, next 3-4 days no sessions?
No, so you please attend the RRP session, and whatever we have shared, the how you are going to remain connected, please follow that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome.
One other question, Gaurav.
Yeah.
I believe this is session number 2. Looks like I missed one session.
No,
Is that
you.
correct?
This is session number 3, and you missed
Oh,
last 2 session. So yeah, please get its recording from your HR. Okay. Anyways, otherwise, if I don't get it from me, you will get it from your HR. Okay.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
looking forward to read everyone's comment. I'll personally review them and will respond if necessary. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.